Hello guys, Robot1 here, and today talking to you about the new HeavyMetalfoes card that came out, the new Link monster, which is absolutely broken. Sorry for the glare in the background, I cannot do anything about that right now. Let's move the camera over a bit, maybe that'll sort it. Yeah, it's done it, sorted it a bit. And this card, in my opinion, is actually insane, because this new HeavyMetalfoes Link monster is actually insane. It gives so much support to so many decks, and just seeing it in general is insane. So let's get into this card real quick and let's talk about it. So it is a Link to Fire Effect monster, Link Psychic, and it's got 2 Link arrows pointing downwards. So one left, one bottom left, one bottom right. And its name is HeavyMetalfoes Electrum, and it's basically Mithrilium on and up, been upgraded into that Link version, you know, getting a little of that HeavyMetalfoes space. And this monster takes 2 pendulum monsters, yes, 2 pendulum monsters, which is just insane in general. Which makes it very easy to make using cards such as Astrograph and Joker, which you can get off the board turn 1 very easily and just pendulum summon them back to you to gain more advantage. Which is just insane for this card, in my opinion. Just being able to make this with 2 pendulum monsters is very generic for every pendulum deck, and it really does boost a lot of pendulum decks. But its effects are, its first effect is, if this card is Link summoned, you can add 1 pendulum monster from your deck to your extra deck face up. So basically, they've given this card the Zephyr God card, the Zephyr, I forgot what his name, the boss monster of Zephyrs, that effect to instantly be able to put any pendulum monster in your deck, such as maybe a Pendulum Sorcerer, a Zephyraxi, if you want to play it in Zephyrs, just any sort of Zephyr monster, any sort of pendulum monster in your deck into your face-up extra deck, giving you just instant pendulum fodder to be able to pendulum summon if you don't really have a lot of monsters turn 1, 2 actually, or turn 2, to be able to get what you need. So basically, it gives you whatever pendulum monster you want from your deck into your extra deck, and then you're able to pendulum summon it back, which is actually insane. This effect is actually very good because it gives you access to more things in your deck. It gives you more searchability for the performer powers and your magicians. It gives you searchability for, say, maybe eccentric in your HeavyMetalfoes. It gives you accessibility in your performer powers to get like any of your one-of performer powers into your extra deck. It gives you access for your Dynomist, just to be able to instantly put any Dynomist monster into your extra deck. Like, it's basically free search for any monster in your deck, which is very good for this. Which is very good for a card like this, just to be able to boost other pendulum decks. Its second effect is, which I think is actually even better. Once per turn, you can target one other face-up card you control. So basically, any face-up card, be that Pendulum Graph, a Pendulum Scale, the Dynomist spell card, anything like that. You can target, destroy it, then add 1 face-up pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. So this is basically free recyclability for any pendulum deck. You need a specific scale on your extra deck, destroy that bad one, bring out a new one. You need to be able to destroy something and have a random pendulum monster in your extra deck. You can instantly do that. In Pendulum Magicians, you can destroy Iris Magician, you can instantly get Time Pendulum Graph Magician without wasting any resources. So that's a very good effect in that instance. Just being able to recycle your extra deck is just insane in general, and it just gives a lot of options for the deck. And its final effect, if a card in your Pendulum Zone leaves the field, draw 1 card. You can only use this effect of HeavyMetalfoes once per turn. So basically, this card has 3 effects that give you the ability to search out your deck for any pendulum monster, recycle any extra deck card you want back into your hand, so you're able to get a low scale or a high scale very easily. And if a pendulum card leaves the pendulum zone, you draw a card. So basically, they've given this card search ability and draw ability. So they've given this card the ability to give you tons of draws, which is insane in general. They've given you the ability to search the deck very easily by putting any pendulum monster into your extra deck, then destroying a face-up card, and then adding that card you wanted in your extra deck to your hand, which is just insane as well. So this card in general helps so many decks. Now, what can this card actually do for decks, though? Now, in a deck such as Pendulum Magicians, this card could easily destroy Iris Magician. Iris Magician, search it, add any pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. Iris Magician then searches your time pendulum graph. What would you add from your? What could you add from your extra deck to your hand, though? You could re-add the Iris Magician. You could re-add a Harmonizing Magician. You could re-add a Wisdom Eye Magician to get a scale. You could re-add Skullcrobat Joker to get a normal summon and search again. You could add so many other deck cards in the Pendulum Magician deck. You could even add an Astrograph Magician. Astrograph is then added to hand. The destroyed. Then you can activate Astrograph Magician. Astrograph Magician is then summoned. You then search with Astrograph Magician to get another monster. So that's just something in the basis of Pendulum Magicians. What could this card do in a deck such as Performer Powers? Well, it's got those two link arrows pointing down, which Draco Powers, which they really, really need, which helps them a lot. You could be like, oh, I've got a Joker in my extra deck, I want to get that back to my hand. You could do that in the Odd Eyes deck, like the Odd Eyes Magician deck, which now has the Legendary Duelist stuff. You could be like, oh, I've got the Odd Eyes, the normal Odd Eyes Pendulum scale, and some random Odd Eyes in my scale. Destroy random Odd Eyes in my scale. Add one random Odd Eyes in my extra deck, then use Odd Eyes in scale to summon an Odd Eyes from your hand, deck, or graveyard, which is really good in general there as well, being able to gain additional advantage. In a deck such as Dynamist, you could just have 2 arrows pointing down, which helps you a lot. You could destroy a scale that you don't need, put one card back in your hand, then put that scale on. You could use it to make Infinity as well, because if you've got the 4 in the extra deck and you need a 5 in there, you could be like, destroy scale, add back scale. Then also, if you've got the face-up spell card, you can add both back, which gives you 2 pendulum monsters back to your hand over 1. You could also, in a Metalfoes deck, you could be like, oh, I've got these scales, I can destroy this useless scale, or I can destroy a full Metalfoes combination, destroy Metalfoes combination, add pendulums to hand, search with combination. It just gives you so much advantage in so many different ways that there's so many different decks that could play this. Like, seriously, you've got the Metalfoes deck, you've got Magicians, you've got the Odd Eyes deck if you're playing it, which is kind of fun. I have tested it a bit, it's quite interesting. You've got Draco Powers, which gives you advantage there. You've got so many Pendulum decks. Like, this helps every Pendulum deck in the game. Even the original Pendulum Magicians, this helps. Because you could be like, oh, I'm playing Odd Eyes Magicians. I want to get rid of this card, add it back to hand, done. I've got this user scale, destroy, add back to hand, done. Like, full HeavyMetalfoes Electrum gives so much support to so many different Pendulum decks that it just really, really does help it so much. Like, this is what Pendulums needed outside, well, all these other Pendulum decks needed outside of Pendulum Magicians, just so they could actually get some sort of power back, so they're able to play again. Sure, you're not still being able to Pendulum 5 anymore, but being able to Pendulum 2 is still pretty good, and being able to use this monster to gain draw advantage, being able to search stuff, being able to just in generally recycle your extra deck, it really, really does help in that retrospect. So, guys, what do you think of HeavyMetalfoes Electrum? Do you think it's a really good card for the Pendulum archetype? Do you think when we get this in probably 6 months, it's going to really, really help all Pendulum decks in general, such as Metalfoes, Dynamist, Odd Eyes Magicians, Pendulum Magicians, Draco Pals? Do you think it's going to help all these different decks? Give me your opinions in the comment section below, because I always like to hear it. I like to have discussions with you guys about certain cards. And yeah, guys, this has been the video. Please don't forget to subscribe so you can see my future Yu-Gi-Oh content, and also press the notification button as well so you can be notified of my future Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Don't forget to like this video, because it really helps me show your support to me, showing that you enjoy these videos, showing that you like my discussions. And yeah, guys, that's the video. Don't forget, as I just said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu videos. And I will see you guys next time. Rollback1, signing out. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. And check out the links in the description for the previous video, and the link to my Facebook page where you can see previous videos that I've posted there, and any other information that I may have posted there. I hope to see you guys next time, and thanks for watching.